If there is one thing I regret, it is how dumb the Archon plate looks on the Assassin. Like literally, she almost looks better without it. And she becomes so, like, frumpy looking. Check out, like, I don't know, what does this look like? Does this look better? Yeah, that looks, check out the red highlight on the thigh. That's so much sicker. Like, the shoulders look cooler. Dude, come on. I goofed. I goofed. Anyways, if there's one thing I don't regret, it's that this is the most expensive character I've ever built. And also one I've dreamed of building for literally ever. Um, the Whirlwind Assassin, when I started playing Lord of Destruction, 2 years ago, I always thought this would just be like a dream. Like, I always thought it would be like the sickest thing ever. Because I always liked playing the Assassin as like a kick-in or whatever, and like trying different builds, and like never really got that far on any of them. But like, damn, the Whirlwind Assassin is so good. Maybe my best character, to be honest with you. Probably because of these two items. I mean, Chaos is really good, and Chains of Honor is also fucking amazing. And then she's got a lot of just like standard gear besides that, but like, damn, this is so sick. Anyways, I'll talk about the skills real quick. So, alright, welcome to my little video for my self-fulfillment of my level 85 Whirlwind Assassin. Excuse me. Strength, I just have 120 base strength, which I'm pretty sure is enough for pretty much every piece of gear that I'm using, with some extra to boot. I don't know why I have that. Like, I don't need the extra 5, I think. Luckily, I do play on Pluggy, which you may have noticed. I have a huge stash that is shared, along with the ability to kind of restat myself at any point in time. 120. I think when I was just leveling this character, I just put up to 120 points in both Dex and Strength, and then I just never had to like change it and dump the rest into Vitality. So I have about 1,000 life, which is a little bit low for most melee classes, but she is pretty safe nonetheless, even with not that much life. But back to the skills. So obviously your main attack is Whirlwind, which you get from your Chaos Claw. So the skills are just really trying to buff up that in any particular way. So Claw Mastery obviously is necessary, gives you damage and attack rating. I use Fade, so I'll proc Fade and Venom, which I've maxed out. And I have 2 Bartuk's Claws on Switch, just for the plus to skills. So then I get a level 28 Fade and level 28 Venom. And I actually find the Venom damage to be like pretty substantial. Like, it's very, very useful, I think. You can almost Whirlwind through some physical immunes and just like kill them with such high Venom damage. Fade is exceptionally useful. This is where pretty much all of your resistances and physical DR come from. I have almost max resistances on these. Cold and poison are just down by 2. But Pluggy does all these really nice calculations. I have, every single point in Fade provides you with a point of physical resistance. So I have a total of 36 DR, and the only DR that I have on my actual, like, items is just 8% from the Burr Rune on the Chains of Honor. So defensively, Fade is extremely powerful, and I like using Burst of Speed. It's like so much fun. You run around so quickly. Like, shit, dude, it's so sick. But I definitely think, whoa. Definitely think that Fade is better in that regard. But I mean, I just run around the cold plains like super fucking fast and Whirlwind shit for fun a lot of the time. So, there's a place for everything. She honestly does, I think, just as much whirlwind damage as my whirlwind barbarian, who's like 4 levels higher with, you know, like some really solid gear. And that's probably, once again, due to the Chains of Honor, and a couple other things I'll talk about, but she does a lot of whirlwind damage. Back to the skills. I have a couple points into weapon block. Ideally, I would like to get this to 50, but I'm spreading the points that I have left between weapon block, Shadow Master, and maxing out Death Sentry, so kind of whatever I feel like I need at that time. And honestly, I probably won't end up maxing out weapon block, or at least getting up to 50 with it. It's just not a priority. I have 1 point into Cloak of Shadows and Mind Blast. Both of those are super useful. I don't end up using Mind Blast that often, mainly because my Shadow Master actually uses Mind Blast quite a bit. Sometimes that's annoying, sometimes that's alright, but like anything that I would normally Mind Blast, like she's already Mind Blasted, so it's, you know, useful as like a stun. You know, if people are like fucking up my Merc, or, you know, if I'm about to get ruined by something or other, I'll just stun them. Cloak of Shadows, also super useful. This thing is one of the best skills in the game, and is honestly what makes her one of the best classes in the game. Because if you Cloak of Shadows like a pack of souls, I'll just proc my Fade, proc my Venom, proc my Shadow Master. Like, if, yeah, like the great example right here. So if you, they can't shoot lightning at you once you cloak them. So you just kind of have the run of the place because of that. And even though they have like a huge amount of physical DR, you know, if they're with packs of other enemies, you can just use your Death Sentry traps to Corpse Explode them, and you're pretty much golden. Like, they don't really cause that much trouble for you. I have a very small level 2, and sometimes just to like test myself, I'll like run the rest of this place just... Oh, fuck. See, sometimes you glitch up with Whirlwind, though. That's the one weird part about Whirlwind right now. Like, I don't know if it's assassin-specific, but you just, like, you do the animation, but you don't go anywhere and you don't do any damage. Unfortunately, you don't really leech from these guys, which is a bit of a shame. Fuck. I do need to make sure that I do keep the cloak up, though. Because then they do fuck you up, just like normal. Souls are pretty difficult, though, because they're immune to poison, so your venom damage doesn't really do anything either. So, like, rest assured, if I don't see souls for the rest of this game, because this map is very small, you can deal with them very effectively because of Cloak of Shadows. Let's see. I have 1 point into Dragon Claw just to have that on my left click. And then my Suwaya that I made my Chaos in gives me a couple to Dragon Flight, which I use to kind of reposition my Merc and my my Shadow pretty often. And then Traps, I have 3 points into Fire Blast to get an extra shot on the Death Sentry, and then I've just put, like, you know, an average amount of points into Death Sentry. I didn't think I needed, like, a huge explosion radius, because I'm mainly whirlwinding. You know, I only have to use Death Sentry for kind of like specific situations. But that's the skills. I guess I'll go back to town real quick while I talk about the rest of my gear. So, obviously you need the Chaos, and I use a Companion Claw. I use this rare Talon I found, and I think it's pretty fucking sick. It's one of the best rare items I've ever found with 348 enhanced damage. Unfortunately, the Runic Talon is like the lowest damage claw, so it's actually not that great of damage. You know, despite having like, you know, more enhanced damage than the Chaos, it does significantly less damage. But you know, it came with 6% lifesteal, I think, or 5% lifesteal, and then I put a skull in it, and it also had some increased attack speed, so that was really nice because then I was able to get some extra life and mana steal without having to put a Shale in it, because I considered using this Bartux. But I would need to put a Shale in it in order to reach max Whirlwind frames. So pretty nice that I don't have to do that. Bartux is pretty fucking good. The +2 assassin skills, the hit recovery, and just the stats would be really nice, but I do just a little bit more damage with this one right here, along with just having a little bit more life and mana steal. So, plus it's just dope. It's like one of the few rare items I have on like a character. So, you know, I just wanted to use it. Then you have your unholy combination of Gore Riders and G-Face for Deadly Strike and Crushing Blow. I also socketed the G-Face with a kind of cool rare jewel that I found. It's not great. I actually wasn't sure what would give me the most damage, but I just figured if I take this out in favor of something else, I won't miss this, but it's kind of cool to have. 7 max damage, 5 to strength, 10 to fire res, and then 2 to mana after each kill. And the mana after each kill is kind of cool, because I was kind of wondering if I could get that on this character. You know, like if I'm blowing up a bunch of skeletons with Death Sentry and I'm not leeching from them, you know, at least now I can get some mana back with just mana after a kill. Like I even considered putting just like a tier rune in here, but turns out this is way better than that and gives me the same mana back. So sick, you know. Laying of Hands, also the best PVM gloves in the game probably. The 350 enhanced damage to demons is actually super important, along with the fire res. The increased attack speed doesn't really help, but I actually was using gear on this character was pretty interesting for me, because I was using a Trangs. Do I have a pair of Trangs? Yeah, I was using these for the extra poison damage and cold res for a while, and that was really nice. I actually beat the game like that. But I would get really fucked up by a couple of demons, notably the Death Lords, you know, like the Minions of Destruction, and then like Venom Lords. Death Lords being like the frenzy wielding, you know, super scary guys in the Worldstone Keep. And I just didn't do enough damage to them. They have huge physical resistance and they have huge poison resistance, so I really couldn't hurt them. And if there was like an extra fast, extra strong pack, then I would just die. So this actually helps me kill them with extra physical damage and also to leech better off of them. So that's really important. Along with the Chains of Honor, gives me additional damage to demons. The Chains of Honor, I was just like, I had this sitting on a throw barb of mine that I only leveled to like level 80, and then I got kind of hard stuck because I don't have like good weapons for him. But I was like, man, like I don't want to use a duress on this character like I have on my my barbarian. Like I want to find like some other way to build this character, and since I have wanted to make this for so long, I was like, fuck it, let's just put an Archon plate, like my Chains of Honor, on there. This is the only Chains of Honor I've ever built, the only Burr rune I've ever found. It's such a sick armor, dude. It's one of the best items in the game. But the 2 to skills, plus to skills is really nice. By the way, did I mention, I don't know if I did, I'm playing single player with the use of Pluggy. So I do have ladder-only rune words available. I don't play with them. I do try and keep this almost as vanilla single player as possible. If I did kill Uber Diablo, who spawns on Pluggy, and I found like an Anilus charm, I would use it. But you know, I haven't beat him on this character yet or found him. So you know, when that time comes, like you know, my stats and resistances will be better. But you know, for the time being, this is what I'm working with. I try to be as vanilla single player-y as possible. So actually, this character makes use of 2 of the 3 high runes I've ever found. I actually have just a couple other, one other high rune. I found a low rune. Oh shit, I have an Ist rune? Fuck yeah. Yeah. So Dol Bear Ist and the Ohm. Those are the most of the high runes I ever found, including the Ist and the low. Also, low, not that useful. Don't really know what to put it in, and there's only like 2 rune words in vanilla single player that It actually used low. So any ideas? Shout out. Um, Man, I'm taking a while talking about gear, but like, it's pretty sweet on this character. So Laying of Hands, super good. Ravenfrost, obviously necessary for the Cannot Be Frozen, really great for attack rating. Attack rating on this character, not so hot. I did have a Demon Limb on this person, but I just like, in the end, I don't actually really need the attack rating. Like, you attack so fast, and like, you know, do like hit enough times, do enough damage that I just didn't need it, and I put it on a different character that needed it more. Um, but you know, the Ravenfrost does help, and then I've got this kind of sweet Life Leech ring with just, you know, a little bit to attack rating, life steal, strength and mana, fire res. I don't use the fire res, but you know, who knows? Maybe someday I will. And then a High Lords, and that's just super nice to pump up my Deadly Strike. So that's probably the reason why my why this character does more physical damage almost than my Whirlwind Barbarian, because even though I do, you know, roughly 2,000 less physical damage, I have 61% Deadly Strike, whereas he, I think, only has his 23% critical strike from his you know, like Sword Mastery or whatever it is, Polearm Mastery that I've got. So I'm doing double damage pretty frequently, along with the critical chance from my Claw Mastery. So, you know, we're really just moving and grooving on this character. And then I use a Wilhelm's Pride, and I do that mostly just for additional mana and Life Leech. You use quite a bit of mana on this character if you start putting down traps, so I actually don't have a String of Ears. I might use that if I had one, but I'm pretty happy with the additional mana leech on here as well. And I tried to stack a decent amount of Life Leech. I have some from my belt, I have 8% from the Chains of Honor, 7% from my ring, and then a little bit from my weapon. So that's like a good 20% plus the weapon. So on some attacks, I'll get 29. Wait a second. Pluggy does all these like very convenient calculations for you. I mean, it's so funny, dude. I have 590% additional damage to demons from my Laying of Hands, my Chains of Honor, and then a little bit from my my claw here. I think that's just, oh my god, so much damage to demons. It's hilarious. Oh shit, I'm missing a potion. And that's pretty much the gear. Yep. You know, you could use a lot of different belts. You know, you could use crafted gloves. I just found Laying of Hands to be the best. You know, Bartux is not a hard claw to find as like a companion piece. Oh, my Merc. Tretch, Tals, and then I just put an Ariox Needle on him. I had found this a while ago, and I don't have a use for it, and I don't have any other like really good spears right now, so like a Hone Sudan would be nice. I've only ever found one Reaper's Toll. But alright, let's finish this run. 18 minutes in. We're a little behind schedule. That's alright. But yeah, you'll see that I don't even really need to use that many of my assassin abilities. Like, I'll throw a trap down, but I don't usually even need to do that much with it. You know, maybe I'll use Cloak of Shadows. But it's not the, oh, fuck. Alright, this is the one time where you glitch out, and then you just kind of get messed up. And it does suck that my Merc died, actually. But even in kind of a vulnerable situation like this, you leech so much, and your traps just kind of take care of everything else. You don't really need to worry that much. These guys are super annoying, though. They are, like, so they're immune to physical, and you saw that I just kind of whirlwinded him. Actually, something I didn't talk about. Alright, let's go get my Merc, and I'll talk about this as well. But Chaos has, you know, 200 to 400 or 450 magic damage, along with the Venom damage. That's a pretty significant amount. So, honestly, like, you really almost don't have to, is there anyone I can, fuck, there's almost always someone I can, like, blink to over this wall by using Dragonflight. Not this time. Couple traps. You know, like, a whirlwind through these guys does, like, most of their HP despite being immune to physical. You know, I'll take that. Oh, and you do have the chance to cast the frozen orbs if that's not really super convenient to try and use or like reliable, but it's kind of a cool thing. So one thing I have found that's super annoying when using Whirlwind is that if you try and cast traps too quickly after Whirlwind ends, it won't cast, as you'll see I'm doing right there. So you have to wait a little bit or cast twice. So there's some kind of kinks to this character that are a little bit annoying to deal with. You have to kind of get used to. It's not like the smoothest gameplay ever, but you know, like, she's really good anyways. Alright. I try not to use potions, really, but you kind of have to sometimes when you're just not leeching from souls. Alright, let's hop on these guys. These guys are kind of dangerous. Throw a couple traps down, consolidate the dudes. Use a mana potion. Boom. The Shadow Master is also, I believe, to be the best, like, summonable unit in the game. So that's kind of helpful as well, because they have so many skills of their own that they can use. And being resummonable, they just take a lot of aggro and whatnot. So I have not needed to max it out. I'm sure that there's like a debate on what the best level is. You know, I summon mine at a level 16 when I switched to my my Bartux with the plus skills. You know, I think like level 17 is when like a Valkyrie gets like a rare amulet or something like that. So maybe 17 is like the best for the Shadow Master as well. But you know, she's good enough as she is, so I'm not super worried about it. And sometimes getting to Bale is honestly much more difficult than actually fighting Bale. You know, you take care of these waves pretty quickly most of the time. You know, the fifth wave is really the only one that ever poses danger to, you know, any. Oh shit, there's like dudes still. Whoops. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Let's see, anything else? Oh, what's this? Poison res? Okay, I'll keep it. Whoops. So this is funny. Sometimes your Shadow Master will turn enemies, and then they'll just like stick around while Bale summons like the next wave. So that's kind of funny. If you just summon down a couple, yeah, see, like this guy. If you summon down a couple traps while, like before each wave, you pretty much destroy the wave as soon as you kill the first enemy. Bale actually removes most of his wave's corpses from the battlefield, so you can't use the corpses of previous waves. Something I didn't know until, you know, I started playing this character. But fun little fact, in case you think it's like super cheap to explode the corpses of waves before, Blizzard thought so too. Honestly, waves 3 and 4 really just serve as a way to heal up your mercenary from the poison damage of wave 2. Toss a couple of these down. Oh, my Venom is actually deprocced or run out, so I'll have to proc that again. It's kind of hard to tell because it's just a green tint. but there we go. Especially with the fade, it's like, oh, is that green? Can you see a little bit of green? I think so. Oh, I glitched. Oh, fuck. Wait, I can't move. What the fuck, dude? I think I was, that kind of sucks. I'm not really sure what happened. Well, whatever. That's kind of a dampener on the situation. I'm definitely not gonna try and like edit shit out. So you know, you're just gonna watch me run and go get my corpse for a little bit. And just as I was talking about how she's one of my best characters, I just like experienced some user error and just totally fucked myself up. Kind of a shame. But you know, she handles literally every other wave so easily. Oh, wait, that's a lot of gold. And usually, wave 5 is not that difficult either. Just because, once again, you have so much damage to demons. Alright, we're gonna toss a town portal right there, just in case. Okay, alright, okay, we're going. Oh, fuck! Oh. Alright, we're gonna leave for a second. while we take stock of the situation. Okay, alright, we'll grab a couple Juve potions. I just kind of pick up Juves and store them. And since I don't use potions that much in general, I just like have a whole bunch just kind of chilling. Alright. Now that we're kind of geared up, I don't expect this to be trouble at all. I don't think I'm even going to really need to use Cloak of Shadows, because I'll just leech whatever damage they deal. Yeah. So I kind of just fucked up before, and this person's this character's Bale clear is actually pretty good too, because I have a lot of damage to demons again, which Bale is, and a lot of crushing blow. So even though your attack rating is pretty low, you're pretty solid. Oh yeah, I usually do Dragon Talon him or Dragon Flight him, just so my Merc and my Shadow kind of clump up on him as well. Oh shit, I realized that I've had the sound off this whole time. Holy shit. There we go. Damn. Hiya! 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 So if I had higher attack rating, this would definitely be better. Fuck, that was such a shitty drop. Whatever. Goodbye, Bale. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the build. I don't know. I probably won't redo this video because I'm lazy, even though I kind of fucked it up in the middle. But she's really good. She does a lot of damage. She's got a lot of tools to survive just through all of her little like 1-point wonder skills there and a reposition skill. Like, you know, she's a really fun class. If you ever get the chance to save up an Ohm Rune for Chaos, I recommend it. Yeah, when I found this Ohm Rune, I was like, I could make a Call to Arms or I could make a Chaos, and it was like, I didn't even have this character leveled. I was like totally unready for it, but I was like, I have to make the fucking Chaos, dude. And I'm a bit bummed. It's like a pretty low enhanced damage roll, but I did grab another Suaya. Like a superior Suai with 10% enhanced damage. So like if I ever get another Ohm Rune, it's definitely going in there. And we're going to try it again. So, and in all honesty, like, double chaos is by far, like, the best thing that you could probably have, because it would give you the most damage, magic damage, and an extra point to whirlwind. Yep. Hopefully that'll be pretty sick. Pretty sick, dude. Alright, anyways, catch y'all on the flip side.